Hey kindergarten, welcome to today's math video. It's going to be a super quick and easy review, and it's going to be all about our 10 rods. So I don't have any here with me, but I want you to think, if we were in our classroom, I would have those little orange 10 rods that we always count with, right? And then with our 10 rods, we have the little white cubes. Why do we call them 10 rods, kindergarten? I want you to think. Why would we call our orange 10 rods 10 rods? So, if you don't remember, I'll just refresh your memory. Remember, 10 of our white cubes equal the same length as our 10 rods. So we know that anytime we see one of those orange sticks, that it's representing the number 10. And when we look at our white cubes, that's just representing the number 1, okay? So also, before we get started, I want you to pause this video and count to 100 by tens, okay? So that's my little challenge for you. Before we get started, go ahead and hit pause, and then I want you to count by tens to 100, okay? I hope that you guys are really just practicing your numbers and counting at home. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started now that you've practiced counting by tens to 100. Now that we know that these, so we're going to pretend that these are our little orange 10 rods, okay? I just drew a little 10 rod. Now there's 10 little squares in here, so we know that this is my 10. And this is my 1, okay? So I'm gonna flip it around. I have two problems already drawn out, and I'm gonna show you how to figure out what number our 10 rods and our cubes are trying to represent, okay? So the reason I had you practice counting by tens to 100 is because that is one way that you're going to figure out what number our 10 rods and our cubes are trying to represent, okay? So first, you're always going to start with your 10 rods, okay? What you're going to do is you're always going to start with 10, right? Just like if we were counting to 100, okay? So we start with 10. What's the number that comes after 10? If we add another 10 to 10, we're going to get 20, okay? Now, if we counted each of these little squares, there's going to be 20. Now, that would take a long time, right, kindergarten? So instead of going through and counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all you have to do is count by tens to figure out what number your 10 rods are trying to represent, okay? So this is, if we go 10, 20, all right, keep 20 in your brain. Now we're going to switch back over to ones and count our cubes, okay? So if we're already at 20, what's the 1 that comes after 20? Okay, we're going to go to 21, 22, 23. So our last number that we count is going to be the number that it's representing, okay? So let's go ahead and try one more down here, and then we'll go over your worksheet, okay? So if we do, we always start with 10, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, okay? So we know that oh, I guess you can't really see that. There we go. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now we're going to switch back over to ones and count our cubes. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So these 10 rods and cubes are representing the number 45. Now, I'm going to show you a little secret. How many 10 rods do I have here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4. So I want you to notice that the first number in the number 45 is a 4. So that's telling me that there's 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're counting by tens, so there's 4 tens. Now let's count how many ones we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you notice, that second number in 45 is a 5. So that is symbolizing our 5 ones that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's your little trick. Even if we go up here to the number Well, geez, we can't really see the screen, can we? We go to the number 23. Now let's look at it. How many 10s do I have? 1, 2. So there's my first number, 2, for my 10s. Now we go back to our 1s. Let's count how many cubes. 1, 2, 3. And there's our second number, which is 23. Now kindergarten, really all you would have to do if you want to take a really long time to count, you can go in and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and count all the cubes. But remember, we're trying to group them. So if these are our 10s, we count 1, 2. We know that that's going to be 20. So we write our first number as 2. And then we switch over to 1s for our 3, okay? So let's go ahead and look at your math worksheet today. It is the lucky 10s and 1s. Now all you're going to do is you're going to count your 10 rods and your cubes and then write the number on the line directly below them in each box. So I'll go ahead and do one with you. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to see. All right. So this first box right here has no cubes. So really all you have to do is count by 10s, okay? So let's go ahead and count together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So that is the number that you would need. 60, okay? So if you want to go back and check your answer, all you have to do is count how many 10 rods there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if there's 6 10 rods, 6 should be your first number. And we don't have any cubes, so you're going to put 0 in the 1s place. All right? So that is all you're going to do for today's math worksheet. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, message me, and I will try to help you as best I can. But that's it from me today, kindergarten. I hope you have a fantastic day.